If you cannot control yourself, nothing else in your life will stay controlled.
If you cannot control yourself, nothing else in your life will stay controlled. I know that sounds simple, maybe even obvious, but I want you to really sit with what that means. Because most of us are walking around wondering why our lives feel chaotic, without ever once connecting it back to this one thing I used to watch people complain about their lives. Their relationships falling apart, their money always disappearing, their health getting worse every year, their dreams staying exactly where they left them, untouched. And I noticed something that nobody was saying out loud. It was never really about the relationship, never really about the money, never really about the job or the city or the timing. It always came back to the same thing. The moment you stop controlling yourself, you hand the remote control of your entire life to everything and everyone around you. And most people spend their whole lives wondering why nothing is working, without ever once looking at the one variable they actually control: themselves.
Self-control. Everyone talks about it. Motivational pages post about it every single day. But nobody is being honest about what it actually feels like to practice it. So let me be the one to say what everyone else is thinking. Self-control is not glamorous. It does not feel like power. Most of the time, it feels like punishment. Like you are the only person at the party drinking water. Like you are the only one still awake at midnight, but working, not scrolling. Like you are saying no to things that feel good right now for something you cannot even see yet. And people will call you boring, call you obsessed, call you too serious. And some days you will wonder if they are right. But then something happens, slowly, quietly. Your life starts to look different from theirs. Not because you are better, but because you kept showing up for yourself when it was hard, and they kept showing up for whatever felt easy.
I think we have been defining self-control completely wrong. And that wrong definition is exactly why most people give up on it. So let me redefine it in a way that actually makes sense. Because when I heard it this way, everything changed for me. Self-control is not willpower. Willpower runs out. Self-control is not motivation. Motivation disappears. Self-control is not discipline in the way people Instagram it. Waking up at 4 a.m. in cold showers and suffering for suffering's sake. Self-control is simply this. No, it is the decision to be loyal to your future self, even when your present self is exhausted, even when your present self is scared, even when your present self just wants one day off from being the person you are trying to become. The people who master this one thing, loyalty to their future self, do not just change their habits, they change their entire identity. And identity is the only thing that lasts. I am going to tell you something personal, something I have never really said out loud before, because I think you need to hear it from someone who has actually been on the other side of this, someone who knows what it costs to lose control of yourself. I lost 5 years of my life to being out of control. Not in a dramatic way. Nobody would have known from the outside. I still went to work, still smiled in pictures, still answered when people asked how I was doing. But inside, my eating was chaos, my sleep was chaos, my spending was chaos, my thoughts were chaos. And because everything inside was chaos, nothing outside could ever find its footing. Not a relationship, not a business, not a dream. Nothing stable can grow in unstable ground. I'm telling you this because nobody told me that the war is not out there. It has never been out there. The war is in here. And the day you win it in here, everything out there starts to shift. Not someday, not eventually, immediately. The moment you take control of yourself, life starts taking you seriously.